morning. Morning. God, on the nose of 11. Normally I'm a little bit earlier than that. Morning. Anybody just joining? Happy sunny Sunday morning, which is rather nice, I have to say. Good morning, fabulous community. Welcome to everybody just joining us today. Gosh, mid-November, getting closer and closer to the festivities. I don't know if anyone started thinking on menu planning yet. Morning from Surrey, happy chilly Sunday. I haven't been out yet. Graham has walked the dogs this morning because I was doing all the recipe planning. So morning from sunny Canuck, good morning, happy sunny Sunday to you. Happy sunny Sunday to everybody. Hope you got sun wherever you are. It's really nice. I really need to get out and actually have a bit of a walk. But yeah, I haven't managed to do that. It's been a bit manic. I did all the recipe planning for the week very early this morning. Hello from Sydney, lovely part of the world to live in, perpetually sunny. And then I sort of opened a drawer in the kitchen. I don't know if you guys do this, which was in a complete state of disarray. Everything still inside cuddling doggies, lovely. Morning, Surrey. Everything in the drawer and cupboards in the kitchen had just felt like it had just been chucked in. So that began a massive cleaning cupboard kitchen situation. 29 days, oh my God, we've had fog and rain. Oh dear. How's the bedroom going? It's going, it's not done. It's not done. We've got to move the bed out and no longer sleep in it from about Thursday of this week. Can you pretty please happy birthday to Isabel Miller, your biggest fan ever. Isabel Miller, happy birthday to you. Morning from a very chilly Eastbourne. Good morning, chilly Eastbourne. It is chilly. I haven't been out. I didn't do any exercising this morning. I was going to, and then I normally walk around the garden. And then I just got caught in recipes because, I don't know. Hi from the New Forest. Haven't been out yet either. Good morning. Love your jumper. Thank you. I'm wearing it back to front because I prefer the neck when it's like this. But it's a real shaggy thing. Morning, East Midlands. I've just done a spring clean in my living room, ready for Christmas, ruthless and throw out lots. That's what I did. I went into all the kitchen cupboards and there's just things in there that, 2 egg poachers. Why do we need 2 egg poachers? And just stuff. And in 500 bottles of hand sanitizer. I mean, it was literally mad. So threw everything, threw it down the sink, and then I found tons of little hand sanitizers which I'll need when I travel. But yeah, just a really big kitchen clear out today. Good morning from sunny Malta. Good morning from Seoul. Cambridge, very beautiful and sunny. Good morning. I didn't mean 29 days typo, 10 days, but that's still too long. I know. Oh my God, I can't bear. It's crazy. Can't bear it's going to be December soon. It seems to, like, every year you just think, oh my God, I'm prepared, and then it really comes to you. I've got to do all the menu planning and for the Christmas, and I've been trialing Christmas recipes all week because I always want to do something that's nice, and I don't know why. Does anyone else feel this? When you're cooking, you always want to try something new, like you just don't want to do the old. I don't know why we put that pressure. Life goes quickly. Morning from a very cold Scotland. Good morning from Iceland. Good morning. Gosh, good morning. I've never been to Iceland, but I fancy going. And also I'm in the middle of planning content for January. And I know it's typical to say I wanted to do a refresh thing, but because of the bedroom, which has caused me all sorts of wobbles, when I'm normally not a wobbler, I thought it would be really interesting to drill into that. Good morning from France, sunny Germany. Oh, how amazing. Hello, Turkey, probably sunny in Turkey. We are a very international community today. Aren't we, Monkey? Monkey's sitting down here next to me. So yeah, it's just recipe planning, Christmas recipe planning, and then thinking about content for January, and just wanting to give you all the tips and tricks that I do when I sort of plan a room from the get-go. I make the same cranks nut roast every year. It's the best. It's good if you do that. I always want to do things differently, and I don't know why. Good morning from my bedroom, sorting my bedroom out. Good morning. God, I sorted the bathroom cupboards out yesterday. I don't know what was in that like old nail varnish remover. I had 3. I hardly ever wear nail varnish, and old bits of cream, and I'm on such a blitzing thing. So the bathroom cupboard got done yesterday. It now looks really nice. And the kitchen, half of the kitchen cupboards have been done, not all of them. My family come to us and they still love Christmas. Ah, nice. I don't do Christmas dinner, luckily. I don't actually love Christmas dinner. It's weird for me to say that, I know, and I know lots of people will be like, what? I don't like roast. I've never liked roast dinners. Like, I can't eat a roast dinner. Don't ask me why. Gravy, I don't know, I can't. And also there's very few meats I actually eat. So I'm not doing that this year. Hello, Sussex. I know you would be lynched. So many people love it, and my parents love it, and everybody. I just don't eat that kind of food, I guess. So I find it like quite heavy. So, and I know lots of people do, and they go, oh, that's one time a year and you can do it, but it just doesn't, I just can't, I don't really like it. I excited the bedroom today. I'm excavating the bedroom today in a Chili Peth show. God, good luck. We're on painting the bedroom. We can't paint the floors yet. There's so much we haven't done in that bedroom. And you know when you just want, like, this is a really kind of major overhaul of a room. Morning, Ramsgate. And you just want to find all the bits that go in the room immediately. And I should be able to. I have a warehouse. I have a store. I have a basement full of bits. And so last weekend I pulled out a load of bits. And I think they're working. There's one area, it's an alcove that I need. And also, I think I know what might go there. There's some really cool art that we're developing. And I keep emailing Asia to go, is the art finished yet? Because I need it. Because I want to I've got all of these really big canvases coming. And I think it might work, but I don't know. Catching up on lives, I noticed your bed head has gone from the middle of the room to against wall in your guest room. Just keen for a change. It had to go in the summer because there was a design class there. So that room turned into a schoolroom. And I decided that because I'm practical, I'm not normally a practical person, but because this house is used for shooting a lot, having the bed with this massive headboard right in the middle was so restrictive for our shoots. And so I got rid of it, and the wood repurposed to my sister, and now the bed is against the wall. In fact, our bed is about to go upstairs in that room. And that room isn't completely finished. There's still bits and pieces I have to do to it. So yeah, I just found, from a practical perspective, we could never get back on anything that we wanted to shoot in the bedroom because the bed was right in the middle of the room. And you couldn't move it because that whole bed head was so ginormous. I practice my English language every Sunday with you. Thank you. So let's just see, because within the next kind of 10 days, I mean, the hall is completely trashed. The hall is trashed where we've lumped up beds and mattresses and units, and oh my God, it needs a major overhaul of repainting, which is December's job, assuming everything in the bedroom, there's no more major pieces to go up. So there's the ceiling, which potentially goes up on Friday/Saturday, and then the new bed on the weekend. Thank you for the birthday wishes. You've made my day. So welcome. So in January, I was thinking about doing lives and also content a little bit around how you go about changing a room up, and even when you're scared, to embrace that kind of fear and not be so wobbly, because I've been quite wobbly with the bedroom. So even with the paint colour up, I've been quite wobbly, and it wasn't until the bits and pieces started going in that I became less wobbly. Morning from Hereford, Hartford, we're redecorating our hallway in bold olive green stripes. I'm then planning to paint the ceiling and stairs dark green. Do you have any advice on styling? I think what I would do in that case, because you're going super bold, is keep all your styling quite neutral. So they're not competing for attention. The stripes are your focal and they're really competing for the attention. And your accessories, you just want to quietly do their job and not compete for attention. Because if they compete for attention, it can sometimes look a little bit chaotic. So just really beautiful accessories that don't go, wow, look at me, but look beautiful, if that makes sense. Fireplace we got years ago and Graham wouldn't let me throw it away. So it just went to the basement of the store. Oh, thanks, honey. Can I have it? I have to show you. This is one of our best-selling lights. This is one of our best-selling lights. It's called the Danida. It landed on site, I want to say last weekend. It's already launched in America to our American wholesale. And and it is quite substantially large and it looks so sweet. Do you mind just bunging that on the coffee table for me? It just looks so sweet. I'm just going to show you because I love it so much. Okay, so we'll take that one. Look, looky. Actually, it's so sweet. So sweet. Anyway, it's portable, so you can literally shove it anywhere. My fireplace, so Graham wouldn't let me chuck it away years ago. We stored it downstairs, but I need another one for my studio, and you just Google Louis XIV plaster fireplaces and it will come up. We bought it years ago. It's about 350 quid. When I was looking, because I need another one for upstairs, it's now about 500 quid, and then you just paint it the same colour as your walls. My new black ensuite tiles look very brown now they're up. I'm absolutely gutted and an expensive mistake. The brown hue just doesn't go with anything else in there. Are there any tips to tone down the brown? What kind of brown are you talking about? Black and brown are such a magical combination. I'm going to whiz you upstairs to my bathroom to prove my point. I do not know what state the bathroom... Actually, no, the bathroom is in a good state. I'm not allowed to show you the bedroom, which Graham's working on. Marketing got very cross with me and said, no, the big reveal is in January, you have to stop. Oh, look. New flowers for spring, summer. Oh my God, so amazing. Right. Honey.
Yes?
I'm just going into the bathroom. But I'm going to try and not show you the bed. Look at all these walls that we've just literally scratched. Look at that with mattressing. It's so terrible. Right, so let me take you in here. Can you see how brown and black looks so magical? Look at that combination of brown and black. And look up here. I just did this the other day, a little bit of styling. Can you see how... Oh, it's really hard to get you to see. This is a new sample. Bloody love that sample. Brown and black are such a magical combination. So, and greens look really beautiful with black and brown. So don't be too put off with brown and black because they're so beautiful. I mean, look at this house. There's just ladders everywhere. Paintwork that needs redoing. There's a lot. So I'm just running down the stairs. So yeah, I need another fireplace for in there because I've got one in here and I need one in there. And I go in and out of having one in here. So that's without and that's with. I think I might do it. Anyway, that room, which is my studio room, needs to be done in January, maybe February. Because in January, I'm mostly in America. So I don't have a lot of time. Right, sorry. Coming back, if I could get the glasses out of my face. Right. Okay. Can we see a bit of Christmas decks? I don't have any up. All I do is shoot Christmas. So my decorations in my house don't go up till really late, but they're all on the website. But yeah, I don't, and we still, we're shooting spring, summer here in 2 weeks' time. So I can't have Christmas decks up. And we shoot Christmas all the time, so I don't put them up till really late, actually. Probably about the second week in December. And then the minute that Boxing Day's over, I'm so weird. and people think this is really bad, they're gone. Like, I don't want anything after Boxing Day up in this house. I'm all on to refresh, new year, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, I just don't. So, Kessa said that every act of creation is the first act of destruction. Reminds me of your bedroom. That's so funny. That's really true. Looking to paint MDF cupboards in the kitchen. What paint type should you use? Eggshell always. Good morning from a sunnyish Devon. Good morning. Morning from the Ribble Valley. Could I ask where your slouchy black poncho neck jumper is from, please? Also, the wardrobes in your guest room and your kettle. The kettle is from Staub. Staube is the kettle. A French brand. Love this kettle. The wardrobes are from Maison du Monde. I don't think they deliver to the UK anymore. And the poncho, this isn't going to be very good news for you, I'm afraid, is old matches. Sorry. Can't decide what paint colour I should take. Normally I know what to do. I know it's really weird. It's really odd for me. Have you decided to keep the wood behind? Yeah, I'm not doing the cork. That was a decision that I made. Oh, did I not tell you guys that? Yeah, I'm not doing the cork. It looks too cheap. And so it's going back. I'm keeping the wood, and I'm going to put a really big painting on the wood. That's my idea. Behind the bed, that is. What colour is your kitchen cabinets? Pickle, which we don't sell anymore, I'm afraid. But we are bringing out a new paint collection in February with similar colours, but not the same. Hello from Donegal. Can you have a mirror above a console and on the opposite wall a floor-to-ceiling mirror? You can. Having two mirrors opposite each other is really lovely because you really bounce around and play with reflections. So absolutely you can. I do that too regarding the Christmas decks. It's really weird, isn't it? I don't know why. I need it all gone. Like all of it. Literally the day after. Like if I wasn't so tired on the eve of Boxing Day, like occasionally I might keep the tree up a bit longer, but everybody seems to think that I do this really big thing in the house with decks, and I really don't. There's no rooms are decorated. I mean, my studio isn't decorated. I guess because we're shooting here and I'm shooting Christmas all the time, when it actually comes, I feel like I've really done it. So I love it, but I just don't go full board. And also I don't want to take anything out in this room that I love. Like I don't want to take out that vase of flowers and put bauble. Like it's just quite funny. Morning from Glasgow. Looking to buy your amazing toady chandelier above my island. What pendant would you pair it with to go over the dining table? Kitchen units off black with age. Oh, I think there's only one or two left of those toadies. So toady chandelier above your island, that's exactly what I've got. What would you pair it with to go over your dining table? I've got a Lazaro. I'll show you. One sec. So if I get back on myself, here's my Lazaro and here's my toady. So that's what I've done. Something sort of sparkly, I would say, as opposed to fabricy would be quite nice. Sort of like a sparkly chandelier. Kitchen units are off black with aged brass taps. Beautiful. Good morning from Stamford. Love your cowboy up artwork in the hallway. Thank you. Agree about Christmas decks. Very few inside and mainly outside and then gone after Boxing Day. Oh, I'm glad other people are like me. Isn't it funny? Glad no cork. I never fancied it. It's funny because I really thought I would, but I really don't now. And that wood was also really expensive. I just think what I needed to do with the wood and what I need to do with the wood is put art over the wood. So it's less woody. But it still looks cool, if that makes sense. I said last week, not a fan of the cork. Please do ditch it. What do you think of Martha Stewart? Love her. Love Martha. I think I used to live in the States. I used to run to Borders, which is a bookshop in the States, every month and buy Martha Stewart Living. I used to watch her on TV. I think she's in her 80s and she's an incredible, I mean, I know some people don't love Martha, but I think she's an incredible advocate for design and women and entrepreneurship. And I love Martha. And it was funny because last night I was listening to this podcast by Piper called How I Grew My Brand. And it's about lots of different entrepreneurs and their brand and how they grew it and how they kind of took it from nothing to something. And The Spice Tailor was the podcast I was listening to. It's run by a husband and wife team who sold it for 44 million. And the husband was saying, you know, on day one, when he sold it for 44 million, he was like, amazing. And then day two is like, amazing, no Zooms, no stress, no emails, no factory issues, you know, just amazing. And then he said by day 15, he was literally starting another business plan because he just couldn't bear doing nothing. And even though, you know, they made quite a lot of money from that sale and they're in their 50s, just doing nothing didn't seem a possibility. And I thought that's so interesting, isn't it? Who is Martha? Where can I check? Martha Stewart, I mean, just Google Martha Stewart and you'll see, is quite an innovative entrepreneur who basically changed the shape of interiors and cooking in America. And is in her 80s and is still going strong. Just brought out a new book, I believe, her 100th book. I'd love to see all your fireplaces. We've just opened up one, Harry, currently on a tip run. Nice. I've basically got those plaster ones, which I showed you, and then a brick one here, like so. Or just completely open. Have you watched the Martha doc? You know what? I need to rewatch it because we put it on and I'd been shooting and I was so tired because I got up before that day. And so I dozed off on the sofa, so I only watched some of it. But I'm going to watch the Martha doc. Ooh. Netflix has done a whole, it's just a one-off program on her. What's the female interior designer you recommended like a few weeks ago? I think she's American. No, I don't know actually, I can't remember. No, I don't think, Martha isn't an interior designer. She isn't an interior designer. But if you Google, you'll see what she does. She's just very clever. Any new drops on the website this week? Desperately waiting for the lambskins. I think they're due. I think I've actually got the date. Hold on, I need to check the marketing doc. Oh, I should give you a heads up, actually. Hold on, let me just quickly check the marketing doc. And basically, we have this document that gives me, because there's too many products for me to keep up with. Once I've finished with the design and it's then gone into production, which is generally 6 to 8 months in advance, it's then out of my mind and the team take over with all the logistics of getting it in and working out when it's coming in. So I think it's coming in. Okay, let's see. 11th to 12th of December. So that will not, I believe this isn't to port, it's to our warehouse. If it's to port, it would be a few days later to our warehouse. I like Martha, but wouldn't like to tread on her. No, she is, I mean, I think to run, she was the first American female billionaire. And you have to be quite tough to run a company anyway. You really do. And I have a lot of respect. Another thing that's coming in, which marketing will really tell me off, because last time I did this on a live, it sold out, is this grass bush, which is also slated for around the 11th or 12th of December. So mark your calendars, because I pop it everywhere. And even, we did a bit of a garden tidy yesterday. I've even got it outside if I open this works, it's probably going to really kick off, in this pot here. And also in this pot over here. So I've literally got it everywhere. Everywhere. And then, yeah, there's a whole load of newness that's just dropped, including, look at this little LED. So sweet. What a powerhouse Martha is. As soon as her company was controlled by men, it failed. Yes, there's quite a bit. I like the interior designer, Leanne Ford. I love your work. Thank you. Oh, God, now I've left the door open and I can feel how chilly it is. What? What? Sorry. What? Quickly. Is she going in? Okay, just quickly shut the door. It's a little bit chilly. Sunny but chilly. Right, shut the door. I like Martha. She does get a bit of criticism, but I really like what she's done. And I'm going to watch that documentary from start to finish. Yeah, so all of the sheepskin chairs and the cushions, they are due 11th and 12th. Okay. Okay. Now, do you want to say hello to everybody? Here you are then. I'll see if I can pick her up because she's not the easiest one to pick up. Right. Oobla. Oobla. Oh. Right. You want to say hello to everyone? Does your sister contribute to the furniture and accessories side of the biz or just for everything? She contributes to everything. She's my business partner. Everything that I do, she does, mostly. Have you seen the Martha with Miss Piggy videos? No, I must. Martha is a powerhouse, as clearly as works. Oh, yes. Very, very, very. Should we prep for a Black Friday deal? All companies do Black Fridays. Us also. If you're on the mailing list, even better. Ooh, what? If I stop stroking Wertz's tummy, she whacks me. Watch. Or growls. So gorgeous, blends in with your top. Yeah. She's quite demanding. She's probably one of the most demanding dogs we've ever heard. Is it round or square egg best under a round table? I would play with shapes. Ooh, words. A little stretch within. And go rectangular or square. Love your interior so much, so inspiring. I sent you a picture of my studio. Would you rate it? Oh, I can't remember. I get so many DMs, but thank you. Thank you so much for your inspiration. Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. You're welcome. Yes, so lots landing every single week. It's a little bit bonkers right now. And then, of course, because we work so much in advance, do you send items to France? We do. We're having all spring summer landings. A lot of it's landing in December, so that's also crazy for the team and the warehouse. The warehouse are literally, when I said, listen, we've really got behind it this year, we're actually dropping things to you early. They're like, no, not in December, in the busiest month, you're dropping spring summer. And zillions of containers. They're like, that's really stupid. And I'm like, yes, but... Anyway, so there's been lots of meetings about scheduling from my perspective. Because they think I got it a bit wrong. But anyway, I don't think... Because it's really hard with the demand planning. I just wanted it in because I love it so much. Works. I'm going to move this a bit nearer so I can... Are you meaning a lot of inspiring people? You must be invited to a lot of social events. Not really. Not really. Can't wait to see your new art. I'm not such a social butterfly, to be honest. I'm buying a stag sideboard and looking to turn it into a coffee station. What's your thought, please? I don't know what a stag sideboard is, but why not? I have a little coffee station in my pantry, and I love having a coffee station. It's part of my morning rituals. Would you recommend a fireplace surround in a room if you don't have a chimney? Thinking about it because it would be nice to decorate, but it's difficult to find a beautiful one. Yeah, let me... I like fireplace. I know. I'm doing it. I can't do the tummies and do the typing. It's very hard for me. Works. Right, hold on. Louis XIV plaster. Let me just see where I found it from. Oh, now she's getting really... Look, what? I can't do tummies and type. I can't do tummies and type. I knew. Oh, now I can't find where I found it from. Is it Abbey Mouldings? Louis... Right, hold on. Yeah, there's a place called Abbey Mouldings. This is £381, and it's a Louis fireplace extra large. They have, so plaster fireplaces are really good. I love dark colours, but my house is not very... Do you mean tall? It doesn't need to be. Where did the name Wurtle come from? Her name isn't actually Wurtle, it's actually Myrtle. And somehow, because she's constantly naughty, I would yell, Wurtles! And then Wurtles has kind of stuck, which then morphs into Wurts, which then morphs into Smirts. Or sometimes, smurtly words, smurtly wordly guts. But yes, I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know if other people change their dog names, but they start, like Mungo is Mungo, but I call him Monkey. And Myrtle is Wurtle, but I call her Wirts or Wurtles. Are we going to see the bedroom? I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed. I have to wait because it's only half done, and marketing get really cross if I do reveals before the actual reveal. Do you do the illustrations for the brand? I don't know what you mean by illustrations, but yes, all the creative direction. So everything, if you look at how the homepage looks, if you look at how everything is designed, every single design part comes from me. Obsessed with your house and the progress tips. I wish it was full screen. Don't want to miss anything out. Keep up the amazing ideas. Thank you. Smurtly words. Smurtly wurtly guts. Churtly wurtly guts. Oh, she's having a little snuggle. She's not really a snuggly. You are the boss, though. Yes, we are. So's Wirtz. Wirtz is the boss of everybody. Wirtz is the bossiest one in the house. We do exactly the same with dog names. Mind you, they keep me saying. But that's good to know. It's just not us. Oh, now she's having a really nice tummy. Her tummy is... I won't show you her tummy, but her tummy is so pink and soft. It's very kissable. I wish I had a tummy that was like the Smurtles. It's a lovely tummy. She's very proud of her tummy. She shows it a lot. Would you add more pets? No, definitely not. Wurtles is the most full-on dog I've ever had, and I've had dogs for 18 years. Yes, I do need to do more on YouTube. It's on our agenda. It's just the filming schedule is quite hard with the business schedule, but I do need to do a lot more on our agenda of YouTube. It's definitely up there. Do you have the Rider Black dining table? How many can you get around it? I don't, and all of that should be on the website. We have so many products, and remember that, there's over 1,000 products on site, and also I'm working on the next 1,000 continually. So when people ask me names of things, I used to name absolutely everything. Like in the olden days, before we really grew, Graham and I used to pack everything up from the top floor and go to the post office and send it out. And now I have teams to do that. So I don't name anything anymore. And obviously I don't package anything anymore. And so when people ask me about things, yes, we've added ClearPay. Someone asked me a couple of weeks ago about ClearPay, and that's all now added to the website. So you can also pay by ClearPay and Klarna and however you want to pay. Which rooms do you have wall baskets in? My studio and the landing outside of the guest bedroom. Any news of adding ClearPay? Done that. I've Sunday morning essential viewing. Thank you. From a family of creative people, interior designers, never felt creative myself until your blogs and now feel like have some creativity. Oh, that's so sweet. You guys are such an amazing community. Thank you. Oh, look at Monkey. He's looking up. Monkey. He's getting a bit jealous. I saw an old pic of your kitchen. What a turnover now. I know. So it's so changed. It's so changed. But I think, the thing with interiors is they should always evolve. Like, we shouldn't just be stuck. So I've gone a slightly lighter in the bedroom. It's not what people would call light, but for me, it's a bit lighter. And I got a few DMs going, oh, why have you gone off being really dark? And I'm like, I haven't. I'm just experimenting. Like, I never want to stay in a lane. I always want to push myself, and maybe it won't work and I'll get back in my old lane. But I need to try a new lane constantly in life. I need to try a new lane. It might not always work, and I might not love it as much. And I think that's why I've had more of a wobble, because I've gone a bit lighter. So normally when I paint a room, all right, words. No. Try and behave. When I normally paint a room in a darker colour, you get instant magic the time, not the first coat, but the time you've done that second coat, because it's so intoxicating. And because this is lighter, you don't get that. And I've had that in every single room in the house. But I want to kind of bring in a slightly darker floor. And I've got black on the outside of my curtain, so I'm going to bring in some black undertones to kind of darken it down. And so I think that's why I had a bit of a wobble, because it's not an immediate amazing. It was an immediate, don't know. And yeah, some of the pigments have earth, some don't. We've gone for a finish this time where You can, they're all very based on natural earthy colours, but you can actually put your hand over them and you don't have to retouch them. You definitely inspired me to have my Insta page. Never made a penny, I just do it because I love it. Oh, thank you. Love her grumblings. Wow. It's amazing that she's sitting here because she's such a fidgeter. Like when she gets on the bed at night, if I move a centimetre, growls and off. It's like, ugh. She doesn't have much patience. She's a bit like her mum's. Monkey has all the patience in the world, and Graham has all the patience in the world. What colour undertone does your black walls have? Brown. It has brown undertones, which is why I love it, because black and brown are such a beautiful combination, as I was saying earlier to that lady who said that she thought she'd made a mistake with her brown, but just add more black. Just painted my office a very dark green and love it. Oh, amazing. Are you having styling classes? I don't think so. I think potentially not. I was sitting down with Graham, just going through the schedule for next year, and I've got 9 long hauls. 9 long haul flights in 12 months. So I don't think so. I have to head off, but thank you. Does that mean there'll be different finishes? Only one type of emulsion. When will you start Christmas decorating? Probably not until around the 15th or 16th. And I don't, as I said earlier, there's hardly any Christmas decorating going on with me. There's a tree with just string lights, you know, little battery operated things, and maybe some baubles. And then there's like sprigs of things around, but I don't really, I don't really do a lot. I love the large black figurine lady with crossed arms. Cannot find her on the website. Is it discontinued? I think she might be coming back in. What would Trump's tariffs do? Yes, it is a concern. It isn't a concern for next season, so for spring summer 25, because all of our products are landing in America in December. For autumn winter, yes, it is a concern, and I think we'll just have to see exactly what he does. And I understand the point. I mean, I don't understand him. I understand him wanting people to buy American, but I don't know how America is going to produce everything, number one, fashion, tech, interiors, everything. And number two, I don't understand how people are then going to pay for those prices. So it will be interesting to see what happens. But for the next 7 months, it doesn't affect us because we are super early with our spring summer landings into our American warehouse and into our British warehouses. So everything lands around the 15th of December. So it will be interesting to see. And then although we have things dropping all the time, the bulk, this is kind of the bulk, because obviously we're wholesaling and everyone needs to see the collection and buy into it. So you don't just have a few things offering, you have like your bulk collection and then you add and add and add. I'm always changing my wall texture at home, but I love change, I can't help it. My husband comes home and I've changed the room completely. How funny. I'm sure Rachel Ashwell isn't your style, and I'm not fussed on the twee shabby chic, but her house here in the West Country is beautiful with some lovely paint finishes. How nice. Rachel Ashwell used to be in America, right? What music are you listening to at the moment? Do you feel music can change the atmosphere of a room? Totally. Lots of kind of playlists on Spotify. You know, you start listening to things on Spotify and they recommend things. I was doing a bit of rap this morning. And tunes. Any good Christmas tree for small space apartment that can be reused? Oh, we've got lovely droopy, although there's not many left. From a stock perspective, beautiful Christmas trees that droop and have been made to droop. I had this thing with doing faux trees that they're also upright like this. And this sounds really weird because this is how we do our botanicals, right? When we first went into Asia and doing our botanicals, I'm like, I want all the botanicals to droop. I want weeds. I want them to look like you've picked them off the forest floor. And so I got ridiculed about it a lot. And then Gwyneth Paltrow did something on it and it kind of ran around the world and to Hollywood and all the rest of it, and all of that's history. And then we were called the Chanel of Faux flowers, and now we can't keep up with the demand and we sell everywhere. And so that was really amazing. So when it came to doing trees this year, which is our first foray into artificial trees, I didn't want to do a standard tree that everybody else did. I wanted a real droopy tree. So when you go to the factory and like I'm sending pictures of droopy trees and they're like, this isn't going to sell, like this is a really big no. And I'm like, I know I've been here before, like when I was telling the flower factories to paint brown spots on it so it looked like pieces had died, I'd had that battle for years, like just listen to me, shut up, listen to me. Anyway, they did listen to me. And they did these really droopy trees, and they've all sold out in America. And they're very close to selling out in the UK. And they're sort of this size, and they're amazing. And they just droop, and you don't need to do anything to them. You might want to put some string lights around them, but they just beautifully droop. And I love them. In fact, I don't even have any here. I might have to pinch one from the store. Tariffs have always been a disaster for the Americans. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting because America just can't produce everything themselves. And also, no one is going to want to pay the pricing of them producing everything themselves. So let's see. You know what? My mother used to say, because I'm a worrier as a kid. I'm a worrier now. Like I worry a lot. But my mother used to say, never worry till worry worries you. And I'm not going to worry about it. Like we'll deal with it. Like we'll just deal with it. It will be what it will be, and we'll figure it out, right? At the end of the day, if he's putting tariffs on everything, then that will have to translate to the customer. And they'll have to buy it or not buy it. And that's as simple as it is in a nutshell. It's not a good thing to say, but we can't absorb it. So it will have to be gone to the customer. And if the customers are not going to buy it, I don't know what's going to happen to 3/4 of the brands in America that buy. It's an odd one. I'm missing the dark green table lamp in your shop. Very dark green, look like velvet, is out of stock. Yes, it's the Leoma. I think it's coming back in though. I've made a driftwood tree last year and can't wait to get it out. Nice. Are you still stocking Mars incense? No. The particular fragrance that we did, the laboratory owner died and they can't find a replica scent. Sage advice from your mum. Thank you. On a design perspective, when I suggest something a little different than the greys and whites, it's pretty much frowned on. I don't know if it's fair, especially if you suggest dark. Yes, always. It always is. I like Nancy Pelosi's tip on worrying. Don't agonize, organize. Nice. I think, I can't remember who said this. Some major general in the army. It's never as bad as you think, and it's never as good as you think. So I'm not coming to Australia next year. Sorry, I'm back and forth to America a lot next year. A lot. Lots of things are happening in America next year, of which I cannot tell you about yet. Book recommendations. Yes, I have 3. I've put this. If you're on our mailing list, you'll know what they are. Tanya Sani is a really good book. That's a really good book called Free Spirit. The Covenant of Water is amazing. It's just amazing. I'm in the middle of that. And Nigel Slater's Christmas Chronicles, also ongoing. So there's a lot ongoing. No, I'm not letting you out. Honey! Are you all right to let them out? Graham is upstairs painting. So they're my book recommendations. I've got no time to do any reading right now. I really got into reading a bit on the plane when I was coming back at the Covenant of Water, because the Covenant of Water is so good. And now, since I've been back, it's just been so busy with a lot of things happening, behind the scenes stuff. Honey, is it me or is it really boiling? Do you mind turning the heat down? Because the system is on my phone, and if I do it on my phone, I'll lose everyone. Do you have a date for the Georgia? I think January on the Georgia. Pretty sure it's January. I love that lamp. Oh, I will show you a little lamp. You can tell me actually. So how do you cope with so much flying? It's not easy because I actually hate flying. More so the internal flights in the small planes from America. I've bought the Covenant of Water part of my daughter-in-law's Christmas present. Oh my God, it's so good. Yeah, there's a lot of flying. There's a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We have this lamp in at the moment called the Hue lamp, which I will show you. This is the Hue lamp here. See, super, super sweet. And now I've just got the sample through, so tell me what you think, because this is for next year, but probably next autumn, winter. This one. I think it's really sweet. Tell me if you like it. It's so sweet. Hello, honey.
Hello.
I'm an American. I love your aesthetic. Thank you. Thank you. That's so kind. I love America. What are you eating at the Mo? Love your foodie recommendations.
Duck and chicken.
Duck and chicken is for the kids. He's being silly. Okay, so this week is this what I'm eating. This is boring, so bear with me. Lunches, smoothie, kale, apple, flax seeds, frozen bananas, with some blueberries on the side and Brazil nuts and walnuts. And then this is my lunch. Blue cheese, kimchi, peppers, celery, walnuts, apple.
Okay.
Number 2, Mexican tomato bean soup, which I'm batch making, so that will be 2 days in the week. Number 3, sage and halloumi roasted broccoli with leek. Number 4, mackerel, kimchi, boiled eggs, avocado, watercress, celery. And then number 5, for suppers, beetroot cured salmon, harissa aubergine and chickpea tray bake, roasted chicken with radicchio and goat's cheese salad, leftover chicken with baby carrots with harissa and pomegranates. That kind of vibe. Laughlin lamps. No, I must think about putting the Laughlin lamps back into production, actually.
Yeah.
I've got one upstairs. Have you read Cutting for Stone, same author? No, but I will after I've read that because I love him. I love him. Love it. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you love it. I love it too because it's just a nice little lamp to put on a shelf and it's so warm. What's on the Christmas menu? Any Christmas wreath ideas? We've got lots of Christmas wreaths in store. Christmas, I'm sort of not really sure. So I'm trialing like a spicy and soupy seafood rice as an appetizer. And then these are appetizer ideas, like a fondue. And then maybe clams casino. These are all ideas. And then for the mains, I'm going to do sirloin and a cured fish. I'm going to do 2 options. And then some kind of pickled beetroot, purpley sprouting broccoli, potatoes 2 ways, and roasted carrots with parmesan. No, roasted sprouts with parmesan and carrots. I'm so happy Clear Pay shopping. Thank you. How do you find the energy to cook such amazing meals every day? I do. I won't buy anything store-bought. Like nothing really comes out of a packet. I just guess because it makes me feel so much better when I eat like this. And a lot of these are so quick and so simple. Like, you know, I'm batch making the lunch is the worst because I'm obviously in the middle of my working day. In the evening, I can sort of potter in the kitchen and put some cool music on and candles and la la la. So lunch has to be really, really quick, which is why, you know, the blue cheese, kimchi and peppers, they're really simple. The smoothie is really simple. The Mexican bean soup I'll do today and have it twice. Sage and halloumi, roasted broccoli and leek, just shove in the oven. That's so, so quick. And then go upstairs and work. And the hard-boiled eggs, mackerel and blah, blah, blah. So it's quite easy. Happy about ClearPay shopping. Do all your lamps come on together? Yes, with my phone. How long does it take you to do all the menu planning? Every week. Christmas has taken me a while. Every week, I would say 45 minutes to an hour. And then some things I'll just put on repeat. Like there's this amazing book called Flavor, which I'm really obsessed with. And because broccoli is really good for our gut. So there's this dish that you do, you chop up some broccoli, like tender stem broccoli really, I prefer, or purple sprouting broccoli, which is in season at the moment, which Riverford have sold out of. I get all of my stuff from Riverford, which I love. And then you roast it in the oven with a roasted, chopped up onion, and then, so that's about half an hour, and then you stir through like a tablespoon of rose harissa and half a jar of sun-dried tomatoes, and it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. You should do a cookbook. Do you have any links for your menus? Oh, you know what I should do now you've told me this? I should do it on a mail shot. I should put what I'm eating this Christmas on a mail shot. Join our mailing list, and for December... Right, hold on, I've got to email myself and just tell the team. December mail shot, what I'm eating for Christmas. Yes, right, done. Join our mailing list, and I'll do it. Do you use mirrors often? Yes, look, everywhere. Every room has a mirror. Mirrors bounce the light around. Are you staying down now?
No, I was going to go and try and finish off.
Okay. They bounce the light around, they expand horizons, they really make a difference. So always use mirrors. And also remember, with a mirror, you always want something reflected back at you, just not a painted wall. If you're reflecting back a painted wall, you can either put another mirror or some kind of art or something, because you want to see what, you don't just want the painted wall, because otherwise it feels too flat. But mirrors are a great decorating tool. How to join the mailing list? Right, let's pretend I'm a new customer. So normally when you go into abigailahern.com, www.abigailahern.com, you'll sometimes, mostly, get a little pop-up box that will say, do you want to join our mailing list? If you don't get a pop-up box, you scroll. Let's see, there's the pop-up box. It's popped up. You might not get this. So let's say you don't. You scroll to the bottom of the page. Keep scrolling. And then it says down here, sign up, right? Let me see if I can. My computer's a bit dirty. Here, buy these flowers, sign up, and then you sign up there. And then you'll join our mailing list. So if you don't get the pop-up box when you first go in, you just scroll right to the bottom of the page, and then it says sign up, and then you sign up. And sign up for 15% off your first order, and you sign up, and then you're on our mailing list. And that's how you join. But I will make sure, I've just emailed myself. If you have bigger plans in the US, would you move businesses there? I think we're running them parallel. I mean, obviously, the bigger the US expands, the more interesting it will become. And we don't plan to open bricks and mortar and retail. We just plan wholesale. And we haven't even begun in wholesale, because in wholesale, where we're selling to other retailers, like we launched in January and it did really well. And then we massively upscaled. And then the season 2 collection, which launched in July, the bulk of it sold out some of it sold out in 2 days, and then the bulk of it sold out within a month, and it's supposed to be there for 3 months. So it's really crazy. So we haven't even really begun with America. It's a lot of, I feel like there's so much juggling to do, but it's an interesting situation. And I don't think we haven't even really began in America yet. So it's amazing. Good bad splash, pros and cons of tiles versus metal. I've got stone. I guess it's, no words, come here. I guess it depends on how much you want the shine of the metal. Entirely up to you. Also with metal, like if it's a beautiful, like antique brass gold would be amazing. You don't get all the lines that you get in tiles. Any tips to open plan rooms bifold to the garden? I'm having an absolute nightmare bringing it all together. So just imagine that my doors are bifold. I think the big thing where people put in like glass doors and windows is that they forget the outside too much. So the outside has to have as much visual interest as the inside. So it's no good having glass and then going to just a patch of grass in the middle and nothing there, because it looks really flat. So you just kind of have to build up your layers with your outside. So if I just switch a room and let Works out who wants to go out anywhere, do you see like it's just not flat? So we've built a fireplace here, and there's a bench here, and there's a table here, and there's trees in your way. So it's not like you're going out to Nothing that's visually interesting. And also it's really imperative with any kind of glass door to light your garden at night, because otherwise it just looks really gloomy. And it's my favourite time in the winter when all the garden's lit, the chandeliers are on, the candles are in the trees. It's like a magical fairyland. So just think about the outside in terms of kind of building layers. Do you have any new books coming out? My hubby gets them for Christmas. I don't, actually. I've written 5 and no plans for 6. Cookers, black shop options with marble versus stainless steel. Anything else? I love marble, but it marks, so I use Silestone, Silostone, which has a little bit of texture to it. Would you like to move to America? It's always really hard for me because I lived there for nearly 3.5 years. And so when I go back, it feels very familiar. And then I want to, every time I go back, I don't want to leave. Every time I call Graham, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's not that easy to just go for all sorts of reasons. From a family perspective, from an investment perspective, you can't just suddenly go up and live in America. And it's a real tug of war mentally for me, because I go and I'm back in my old ways and I'm there, and I loved it when I lived there. I loved it. And so I slip back into it very easily. So the more I go, the harder it pulls on the old heartstrings. So it's hard. I work in logistics. I'd love to support your air and ocean freight. We've got that pretty nailed, actually. I mean, we've got an amazing team who are all over supply chain and dealing with logistics. That's one avenue of the business I have nothing to do with, which is really nice. I mean, I sometimes have to get called into meetings when one container seemed to never dock, but generally it's a side of the business that I'm out of, and it all goes over to the other side of the team who handle all of that. Otherwise I think I'd have a breakdown with all the going on with logistics and supply chains and freight and oh my god. So that's something that I'm very much remotely not involved in. It's a lot more Graham's side. Are you looking at any wholesalers in Australia? We're not, unfortunately. We can't keep up with demand in America, and we can't take on a new territory. And Australia, it just doesn't really work for us. It's too far. And, we know some Australian wholesalers, and it's a very small market. And I think it's something that we won't dabble in because America has just gone quite crazy, and we can't really keep up with America, and we haven't really begun. And to do another territory, like you can't just sort of launch in a territory and then go, we'd need warehousing, and I don't think it's a big enough market for us. I think it doesn't feel, I don't mean that rudely, I mean that it's a small market and there would be a lot of work to get it up and running, and I feel that we shouldn't tackle it. I love Australia and I would like nothing more to sell in Australia, but with launching in America, the issues of warehousing and finding warehousing, and then I would have to divert so much money from stock in the UK and America to Australia, which means that I wouldn't then be able to put so much in, and I can't keep up with demand now. So I can't keep up with demand in the UK. America is a beast that just literally I can't keep up with demand. So it just feels like to do another territory, it feels literally impossible. I would love though. How are deliveries from UK to Europe? I guess US is bigger. Yes. Europe isn't really a business for us anymore because of Brexit. It kind of closed down overnight because people don't want to pay taxes, and we're not subsidizing anything going to Europe. And so that kind of really affected the European business. And if it wasn't for Brexit, we wouldn't have even thought about America. Like, it just wouldn't, never would I imagine selling in America. It would never have been a thing that we would even kind of start thinking about. So in a way, Brexit has been quite amazing for us, because at the time I remember just being in such a state going, oh my God, literally overnight our European business has just ended. And yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, I've got dusty blue wood bed in bedroom. What wall colours go with it? Rest of house is earthy Beijing cow pickle. Olive, beautiful. Plastery, pinky colour, beautiful. I'm so jealous. That's nice. It sounds like this life is fun. And a lot of it is fun, but it's very full on. And it's funny because I was listening to Piper, which I started off this whole live saying about how I grew my brand. Listen to it if you're thinking of being in business. It's really fascinating. And it's like, as the founders, you never stop talking about it and you sacrifice a lot. So it's not as fun as it seems. I mean, I am obsessed with interiors and I love interiors, and they keep me up at night and wake me up in the morning. So for me, it doesn't feel like work, but that's not to say that days aren't challenging. And the bigger you get, the more challenging it is. Like in the early days, I was laughing to Graham, when we're packing ourselves on the top floor and queuing up in the post office. It just seems like, oh my God. Sometimes those early days are so simple. And once you start working with wholesale, it just takes on a whole other level. I'm designing an office for a client, dark wood floors. Do you think I can go mid-dark? Oh, lovely. I would go, it depends on what the client wants. You can totally go dark, because I do that always. If they're wobbly, go mid. Any plans for doing more workshops? None at the moment, I hate to say. Especially as it's a difficult one, because now I'm kind of remodeling my top floor, assuming I'm not going to ever do a workshop again. But then the DMs start getting more and more, and then marketing do you think you could? It's just really hard with the house because I've got to forsake a room. So it means that no one can come and stay for 3 or 4 months, and everything has got to be shoved into the other room, and then we're just living. It's really hard. I don't have enough rooms in this house. Please can you advise where to look for that putty plaster powder pink paint, no hint of salmon? Have a look at Farrow & Ball. I'm sure they do one. I have an L-shaped room separated by an arch, 2 different colour palettes. Can I have different colour curtains too? You totally can. Just make sure there's some harmony between them. F&B setting plaster, amazing. It's amazing to see your products in West Cork. Oh, Ballydehob, West Cork, soulful. Thank you. We have such an amazing... Do you send the packages yourself? No. There's a team of about 10 people in our warehouse that are sending every single day. It's a major third-party warehouse right next to Heathrow. If I was sending packages myself, God help anyone receiving them. I don't pack things very well. At Christmas, I'm known to do everything in a wine bottle shape, and I wouldn't even be... I run the business, right? So, no, I do not package one thing. I don't see it either. Products leave containers, come into the warehouse, they decant them, check them all off, send them out to customers. So that side of all the logistics and the supply chain, I have nothing to do with. I did it for years when we were small and we weren't wholesaling. Graham and I would pack things ourselves and take them to the post office, but that was before the web. That was a really small business. We're having hundreds of orders a day, so we need a team of there's 10 people on our account, literally sending out. The bigger you get, the harder it gets, and anything you do every day can become hard. It's very true, actually. It's very true. When you're small, you always want to be big. When I was small, I want to take more money, because if I can take more money, I can put more in, I can do more amazing things with products. And then you get bigger and bigger and bigger, and the challenges become more and more and more and more and more. Archived Farrow & Ball pink drabbed. Oh, lovely. Any archive colours from Farrow & Ball, you can also still get them to make. You just can't get them as testers. So, yeah. Hopefully, by middle of February, I'll be able to show you all our paints, because we're getting close for me getting all the samples really soon, which will be super, super exciting. There's 34 in the collection, and lots of incredible things happening next year. 4 walls, I should say. Won't say a lot more, but 4 walls. Anyway, suddenly it is 12:02, and my plans for this afternoon is finish off painting the bedroom, clear up the top floors, because I've got to move the bed, because the ceiling's been done and the installers want nothing in the room, which is quite challenging. And then I have to do a little bit of work, and ideally I want to get out in the sun and just walk through the woods with the kids. Oh, and I've run out of collagen, so I have to go to Planet Organic, because I'm obsessed with collagen in my coffee. I have to go to Planet Organic, which is in Broadway Market, right near my house, to buy some of that. And that's pretty much my afternoon. Have a lovely rest of day. Thank you so much for being part of this fabulous community, and back next Sunday. Have an amazing day. Bye.